Hello. I can't say that I've been putting this off, and I can't say that I haven't been putting it off. It's funny how we can procrastinate or put off doing things we actually like to do. Simply on the basis of banal things like energy levels and like what you have to do tomorrow and this or that. Regardless, I'm here now and what to talk about. Work hasn't been anything crazy. I thought today would be bad, but we had plenty of people in, so I spent half my shift just lazing around because there wasn't anything left to do. And yesterday was much the same. The day before that, though, I did not think that I was going to make it to work the next day. We had 3 people call in. No, not 3. We had a few people call in, and then one person had a fight with another co-worker at the start of their shift, and they were gone before I even got there. And then somebody else showed up and realised they had booked the day off, so we didn't have them either. And that left us quite a few people short. So I had to pick up the slack, and luckily, because I didn't take any breaks other than my lunch break, and I ran my ass off the whole night, we got everything done. But I was in a state. I slept for 12 hours after that. Still, I made it to work the next day, and we made it through the week without feeling very sick. So that's good. Today was a very special day, actually, because I bought a lot of things. I bought many things. I bought a small handheld vacuum cleaner for my office because there's a lot of dust in here, and my chair, which I intend on replacing tomorrow, has been falling apart. Literally, chunks of foam are all over the room, and I need something to vacuum them up with. I also bought blue Pepsi. It's Pepsi Electric Zesty Citrus, and this stuff is... I don't know why I keep buying flavoured Pepsis, because it's never good. I bought a case of orange Pepsi back in May, I think, or it might have been April, and I just let my friend take it home with him because I didn't like it at all. And this one is much the same. It's drinkable, but I don't have a strong desire to drink it. What else did I bought some clothing. Either somebody outside of my house is being noisy, or somebody far away in my house is being noisy. Or I'm going crazy because I'm hearing faint yelling. I think. Could be the wind. The smoke in the air has gotten worse. The moon is often a bright orange when you look at it these past few days. And I can no longer get my car to the driveway because the city elected to have the entire street be torn up, sidewalk and all, for replacement, seemingly on a whim. I don't know if it was on a schedule or something, but we didn't find out about it until a week before it was going to happen. And now, just outside the construction zone is lined with many, many, many cars. People parking on the streets instead of in their driveways was already an issue in our neighborhood, but now it's just worse. Minor inconvenience. The construction noise also is not good for me trying to sleep. So I'm going to have to wake up even earlier, I guess. It shouldn't be too terrible if I go to bed right after I upload this. But if at any point I wake up and go, you know what, I think I could use a few extra hours, I likely won't get them due to the construction. Other things I bought, Teddy Grahams. They are, I don't know if they're like a purely Western product, but they're just little graham crackers with a light honey coating. They like give them to children and stuff. But I find them to be quite good. In better news, my black eye didn't turn out to be anything too bad, and no headaches or anything like that have come from any of that. Though I think that was a last week thing. I think, not sure. Anyway, my finger still hurts though, and since it sort of refused to stop hurting when I press it against things, I think there might be a splinter somewhere deep under the skin, and that's what's causing the pain, but I can't be sure because I haven't been able to see anything. Oh, sorry, that was loud. A friend has commissioned me for a model, which means my personal project will be put on hold until I finish this model for a friend. I think it's going to be my first paid commission for something of this nature. I used to do similar things where people would say they'd pay me and then I'd insist no, because it's a skill anybody could learn, right? Sort of devaluing what I know, but they insisted on paying, so maybe we'll get some money out of it, who knows? I haven't taken to advertising myself for commissions, widespread or anything like that. I considered it when I was in high school, and I had time to do such things, but I never fully committed to the idea because I had doubts about my own abilities, and rightfully so, because then compared to now, the quality, there's a stark difference and a very large knowledge gap. But yeah, if I had time to do commissions all the time, and I had enough commissions at high enough prices to equate an income, then maybe I'd advertise myself. So that's sort of a catch-22, right? Like you don't just to get commissions, you have to advertise yourself, and to advertise yourself, you have to have work, i.e., commissions, to show off, to show that you're worth it. Anyway, yeah, it'll be fun. They provided extensive reference images for what they want, so it shouldn't take me too long, and I'll hopefully have it done in just a few days. I won't be able to show it here because showing it here will link back to me quite easily. But no, there is no but. That's just the case. Sorry. The other thing, though, I will probably create like a different channel for uploading animations and such, and that I will link to from here. But why do I keep saying but? There is no but. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I'm going to make another channel for animations and such, and the school final will be uploaded there as well, probably as its first video. And when I do upload it, I think I will, or when I do create the channel, I think I'll mention it in a community post rather than making a video about it. I'd like it to grow as its own separate thing rather than being a sibling or something to this channel. I hope I can find a good deal on a chair tomorrow. I think my budget's like just around $200, which is a lot, but for a good chair that should be fine. The place I'm going to is like a liquidation centre, so they should have like new and used at discounted prices, but it's a game of chance, right? With those kinds of places. Liquidation centres are like thrift stores, but more professional. Honestly, most of the time it's more fun to go to thrift stores, second-hand stores, or liquidation stores for things than it is to go to the stores where you would absolutely find what you're looking for. There's a sense of discovery to those types of shops. I did have a thought earlier today that I wanted to mention on here, but I of course forgot to write it down, and then I lost it, so no mention, sorry. I simply don't know what to say. I think I'm just going to go. We're going to do a guitar bit. It'll be one song, short, but with a lot of commentary, because I'd like to explain something about my own inability when it comes to playing the instrument. Let me just going to live adjust the mic. Just bring it down. The arm's going to make a noise. Move my chair back and pick up the instruments. So I have the capo on the 3rd fret. I'm going to take it off. Now it sounds like that. The inability I'd like to highlight here is I can't. My voice has gotten all gunky. That's a bit odd. I can't really play fingerstyle. That's the issue. So like, what I'm doing here is I'm plugging 2 strings at once and hitting a 3rd string. And how that's done a lot of the time is people will use their index finger and the thumb to play the 2 strings at once, and then when they need to do like that kind of thing, they'll use their different fingers for that, like index, middle, ring, and then that gives them more freedom with the timings of their notes. And a lot of people get very good at it. Like in the song Tommy's Party is done, I think, fingerstyle. It's like right, and that would be like thumb for the low E, and then ring for the high E. Oh wait, no, the high G, or is it just G? G. Low E, thumb, high, or not, just G, ring finger, middle finger on the D string, and then index finger on the A string. Right? However, the way I learned to play the song just uses the thumb, because I've always played with a pick, except for when I just decide to pick the thing up. There was a long time where I couldn't play unless I had a pick. So any sort of usage of the fingers in actual playing, like I can demonstrate it, like, but it's slow and clunky for me, so I just use my thumb. Right? That way I get better pacing and action, but it leaves me extremely limited when bits like this require me to play 2 strings at the same time that are not next to each other. And one such song that sort of does this, or I don't know if it does it, or if it's just, well, either way, it's yeah, I can't, I really can't, it's just, well, that's not it. for me, because this one, this is not so much fingerstyle as it's just playing multiple strings at the same time. And that's a struggle for me. Where the actual struggle comes in is when I go to the not tab but chord version of this, where it's more like with cable on the 3rd fret. In between the verses and the bridge, they do finger picking, which, if you look up the original song, sounds very, very interesting and very good. However, I can't. Like, the best I can do is with my thumb. But if I were able to use all my fingers at the same time with the speed and precision of my thumb, I'd be able to play it like the original song, but I can't, and that's misfortunate. I wish I had spent more time trying to learn that when I started guitar, instead of picking up a pick all the time, but I'll learn eventually, I think. It's just I haven't really found a good song to practice with that's slow enough for me to get it. Anyway, I'm going to try to play this song, and I'm going to have to skip over the finger picking sections or just make something up. The song is Caesar by the Oh Hellos. How the pendulum swings, feel how the winter succumbs to the spring. Over the palisades morning will break. Sleeper awake. That buzzing is from my finger not being able to press down hard enough because it hurts. And this is where the finger picking bit would be. Probably something like that, but much faster. The instructions on the tab say a triplet pattern, but because I'm not classically trained or educated in any way, I have no idea what that means. Oh, it's this chord. Can't do anything close to the original song. Anyway. Gather the soldiers, their air to unfold. Crown him and give him a scepter to hold. Sound every horn as the column finger picking here. Again, beyond me. Look to the sky where the sun will be shown. Heaven and earth and the king on his throne. Look to the sky where the sun will be shown. I think I messed that up, but feels silly to do that 8 times, which I didn't. I think I did it 6. In the song it gets like really loud and grand in that part, but I just opened this tab for the first time an hour ago, so I haven't exactly figured out how to make the end very good. Oh, my voice has got more gravelly. That's probably doesn't sound great, but maybe it's a sign that I should stop the video, maybe, and go to bed. So, yeah, that was a brief summary of my inabilities with the 6-stringed instrument. If you're watching this and going to sleep, I hope I didn't get too loud in the middle there. If you're watching this and waking up, listen to Caesar by the Oh Hellos. It's a very grand song. I listened to it while in the mountains, and it was sort of a transcending experience, like deep in the mountains, next to like a misty waterfall in the autumn. Yeah, it was beautiful. Yeah, I myself am going to edit this and then go to bed. So, yeah. Have a good day, have a good night. Bye-bye.